Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil, Rethinking Morality. Friedrich Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil is one of his most famous works, and for a good reason. In this book, Nietzsche challenges the way people think about morality. Most of us grow up believing in clear ideas about what is good and what is bad. We learn that helping others is good, while hurting them is bad. We are taught to follow rules, respect authority, and aim to live a virtuous life. But Nietzsche asks us to step back and think deeply: who decides what is good and bad? Are these ideas universal, or are they shaped by society, culture, and history? Nietzsche argues that our traditional moral systems are not as straightforward as they seem. He believes that the morality most people follow, what he calls slave morality, comes from weakness and resentment. This morality, according to Nietzsche, was created by people who were powerless in society. Instead of embracing their inability to rise above their circumstances, they turned their weaknesses into virtues. For example, humility, obedience, and self-denial became celebrated as good traits, while strength, ambition, and pride were labeled evil. This type of morality, Nietzsche claims, is reactive. It does not come from a place of strength or creativity, but from resentment toward those who hold power. In this view, good is defined not by what is life-affirming or inspiring, but by opposition to what is perceived as dangerous or threatening. Nietzsche sees this as a problem because it denies life's more dynamic and creative forces. On the other hand, Nietzsche contrasts slave morality with what he calls master morality. This type of morality is rooted in strength, confidence, and a sense of self-affirmation. It is not concerned with pleasing others or following external rules. Instead, master morality is about creating one's own values and embracing life's challenges. For Nietzsche, master morality is about saying yes to life, even in the face of struggle and hardship. It is about living authentically and fully, without fear of judgment. Nietzsche's critique of traditional morality does not mean he is encouraging people to be selfish or cruel. Instead, he is asking us to think critically about where our moral values come from and whether they truly serve us. He wants us to move beyond the simplistic labels of good and evil and to question the assumptions behind them. To understand this more deeply, consider how societal norms shape what we think is right and wrong. For example, in many cultures, working hard and following rules are considered moral virtues. But Nietzsche would ask, is this truly a universal truth, or is it a value imposed by those who benefit from a society of obedient workers? Similarly, acts of rebellion or individuality are often seen as bad or dangerous. Nietzsche would argue that these judgments reflect the fears and interests of those in power, not an objective truth about morality. Nietzsche also introduces the concept of the will to power in Beyond Good and Evil. The will to power is a fundamental force that drives all living things, according to Nietzsche. It is not just about gaining control over others, it is about the desire to grow, to overcome challenges, and to assert oneself. For Nietzsche, this drive is at the heart of life itself. When people embrace their will to power, they are able to rise above the constraints of traditional morality and create their own values. This leads to another important idea in Beyond Good and Evil, the importance of individualism. Nietzsche believes that each person has the potential to create their own moral framework, one that reflects their unique strengths, desires, and experiences. This is not an easy task, as it requires rejecting societal norms and thinking for oneself. But Nietzsche sees it as the path to true freedom and fulfillment. Nietzsche is not saying that everyone should throw out all moral rules and live recklessly. Instead, he is calling for a more thoughtful and intentional approach to morality. He wants people to examine the values they have inherited and decide for themselves whether those values align with their deepest instincts and aspirations. For Nietzsche, moving beyond good and evil does not mean abandoning morality altogether. It means rethinking morality in a way that affirms life and celebrates human potential. It is about embracing complexity, recognizing the interplay of different forces, and finding meaning in the struggle. Nietzsche's ideas in Beyond Good and Evil can feel challenging, even unsettling, because they force us to confront assumptions we often take for granted. But they also offer a powerful invitation to live more authentically. By questioning the origins of our moral beliefs, we can begin to see the world and ourselves in a new light. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to embrace uncertainty. But Nietzsche believed that it is through this process of questioning and creating that we can truly grow. In his view, life is not about following a prescribed set of rules, but about forging our own path, one that reflects our individual will to power. If this exploration of Nietzsche's ideas has sparked your curiosity, please give this video a like and share it with others who might enjoy it. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking discussions about philosophy, culture, and the ideas that shape our world. Your support helps us continue creating content that inspires and challenges. Thank you for watching.